Welcome back to the Smart Money Blueprint Volume 1, everything about private loans and hard money lending. My name is Adonis Lockett, and in this module, we're hacking private money. It all comes to this, the hack, the behind the scenes, here's what you need to do to squeeze the lemon on this whole money deal. Everything that I'm about to explain is a hack, tip, or trick that I've used to help me get as far as I can in the shortest period of time. Now, of course, everything fully above board. And I want to make sure we're all on the same page. Hacking does not mean anything unscrupulous. It doesn't mean doing any funny business. Hacking is just finding the way to get maximum utilization out of each loan scenario to put myself or yourself in a position to be as successful as possible. So some of these different hacks, you hear people hacking all kinds of stuff as part of making their life easier. Private money is no different. And this right here are the hacks to maximizing private money loans. First of all, the process. Mentally prepare yourself for the business, and more importantly, mentally prepare yourself to be disciplined to your criteria. What that means, first and foremost, identify your investment strategy. Whether you're doing flips, rentals, short-term rentals, whatever. Identify your investment strategy. Then have a backup strategy in the event there are changes to the project scope, cost, the market, the economy. Have a backup strategy to anything that you're doing. Should you have to pivot, you know exactly what you're pivoting to. Have your team identified and fully engaged. Contact the lender, title company, insurance agent. Contact your real estate agent, your GC. Have your team ready to go. There is nothing worse than getting a solid deal under contract and doing the mad dash for title, for insurance, for a GC. There's nothing worse than that. Because what you may find is that you're gonna lose a good deal not being able to get your funding in place, not having a contractor that can meet the parameters for the deal that you need them to meet. You may find that the deal of the lifetime slips through your fingers because your team was not in place to facilitate the closing or the acquisition of that deal. With that said, and I want to specifically dive into have your funding in place. I hear this a lot. Get the deal under contract, then go find your money. False. That is wrong. That is bad advice. There is nothing more frustrating as a lender with you being a week into a 2-week closing, calling us and saying, hey, what's your turn time to close? 3 weeks. I need you to do it in a week. No, we're not doing it. We'll try. But the answer is no. You should have planned properly. If you need $200,000, why are you waiting a week before closing or 2 weeks before closing to secure $200,000? You don't know what the requirements for those lenders are. You don't know what the down payment out-of-pocket obligations are. You're setting yourself up for failure. Call, identify your lenders, get your smart money in place, have your funding in place when you find your next deal, because you do not want to lose a deal for nothing more than the lender just could not perform the way you needed them to. Have your processes and procedures in place as well, whatever that may be. The way you go about finding deals, getting your loans, building your team, whatever it is, have that already built out. Working, granted, you hear, investors will jump off a cliff and build a plane in the air. That's stupid. When have you ever seen someone jump off a cliff, build a functioning airplane, jump in it, start it up, and then if you watch Tailspin as kids or something like that, maybe in the cartoons or in the anime Dragon Ball Z era, that may be a thing, but in real life, you don't jump. No halfway sensible person will jump off of a cliff without a parachute already strapped to their back, without a hang glider, without a plane, without them seated in the plane, something to that effect there. That concept is silly in essence, right? Build your plane, get seated, and then take off with a smooth transition to the ground. Otherwise, in this example or that little scenario, you're gonna smack the ground and then end it all, right? It's not worth trying to build it as you go. Take the time, build it first, get it all in place, and then rock and roll. Just as importantly, have your parameters and your numbers clearly set. Do not walk into a project trying to figure it out as you go, putting a square peg in a round hole. Know what your criteria is from the parameters and your numbers. Make sure they are clearly set. Make sure you know them. Make sure that you're abiding by them. Make sure you're disciplined enough to stay within the guidelines that you set for yourself. Document the end goal. Whatever it is you're looking to accomplish, if you want to flip a property and make X dollars, document your end goal. By documenting your end goal, what it will allow you to do is work backwards into your buy criteria. So the way you hack money is that you don't get a project and then churn it in hopes that it gets you to the end. The way you hack money is you start at the end with, here's what I want to accomplish. And then from there, I'm going to work back into my buy criteria. That makes sense? So with that said, the numbers. Identify your target number on your investment strategy. Identify the gross profit that you want to make on a flip. Identify the gross monthly rental income that you want to make on a rental property. Whatever it is, start with what your gross end product will be. From there, back out the expenses to get the net amount. With that said, factor all expenses that are available. Now, I did a whole module talking about how to properly calculate out-of-pocket expenses. Use that module as a basis for what I'm explaining. Once you identify your gross, back out all the expenses that are possibly available for that particular strategy. Now, with that, factor on the higher side of each expense item. For example, if you're going to do a rental property and you have the option, you're going to take on a property manager. Property managers usually range their service anywhere from 8 to 10%. Use 10%. If you're going to take on something where the standard monthly fee is a range of $100 to $150, use $150. Always don't necessarily take the average, take the higher side of that expense, so this way it'll help you more disciplined and more aggressive in backing into your buy. So you always want to factor in slightly higher. Now, you don't have to necessarily use the highest across the board because you don't want to set your parameters where everything is unrealistic, but you also should make it a point not to use the most conservative either way. If you want to use the average, there's nothing wrong with that, but I think you would do yourself a better service just going slightly higher. So if you have a range of 8 to 10% in property management, I personally would do 10%. You may say, hey, you know what? I want to do 9%. That's okay. What I don't recommend you do is the most conservative, 8%. The lowest, don't do on the bottom end because you'll find yourself overextending in a lot of processes or a lot of projects doing that. With that, add buffers for incidentals and unexpected expenses. No matter what it is, it's real estate, something will happen. Make sure you have proper buffers for incidentals and unexpected expenses because in real estate, what can truly be expected is the unexpected. And then whatever you factored in for your standard turn time to perform, add a 20% tolerance to that. So if you're going to flip a house and you're saying, man, this is easy. I can get the rehab done in 30 days. We'll be on the market 30 days. We'll be sold in 30 days. That means that this is 3 months. Make your requirement 4. Give yourself another buffer so this way your numbers will factor in any delays in the rehab, delays in the marketing, delays in the listing, or delays in the closing. Give yourself a tolerance for your turn time so you can factor in those costs accordingly. And with all those, document the parameters for your buy criteria and then stick to those parameters uninterrupted. So everything that we just mentioned, document it. Put it all on paper. Know them top to bottom. Know them like the back of your hand. If someone were to ask you what's your buy criteria, you should be able to say, my gross is this, I want to back out this, my net is this. That means this is what I need to be doing to get to my buy criteria. You should know that like the back of your hand. If you have to break it out, look at a piece of paper or a calculator, because a lot of you millennials don't write anything down anymore. So everything's on your little smartphone and your little devices and stuff. If you have to break it out to understand your own criteria, you're not ready. Now, you ready? Check this out. You've documented the process. You've documented the numbers. Now let's get into the nitty-gritty. What we're going to do in this example is I'm going to show you how to hack money with a rental property. Okay, so now in this example, the goal is to get a rental property that nets $500 a month for each or any house that I buy. So the first thing I'm going to do, just as I just mentioned, identify all costs associated with managing a rental. So I'm going to identify the property management, the maintenance, and any service plans or monthly expenses I can typically expect to see, right? But for a rental property, these are pretty much the three that I will typically consider. From there, I will identify what the gross income needs to be. So this way I can then factor in all of my expenses to get my net number. So for example, if I want to make $500 a month, I know that the combination of my property management fee, maintenance allocation, and service plans is going to cost me about $200 a month. That means that my gross rental income needs to be $700 a month. So after I factor out my expenses, I'm now netting the $500 a month that I'm looking to achieve. So $700 a month is my target gross rental income for $500 monthly net. So now I got to get my PITI payment for the purchase of that property so I can get to my net. Hey Adonis, well, how do I factor in PITI payment if I don't even know what I'm buying? Good question. I'm going to answer that. First thing you want to do is get the actual annual property taxes that you can use to factor in this payment. Now, a very simple place to go is just to go to Google the address, and you'll get a combination of different sites, realtor.com, Zillow. You can go to the county tax site, and they'll tell you the last annual taxes assessed for that property. Get the actual number of the last annual assessed taxes as part of your calculation. You then want to get an estimate from your insurance company on what you can expect the annual premium to be. Hey Adonis, how am I supposed to do that if I don't have a property? Send them an example of a property and then ask them to help give you a range based on a purchase price or what type of property you're getting, so they can tell you what you can expect for an insurance premium. So usually your insurance agent can be pretty good about giving you a range. Well, if you're going to buy around this price, with these type of coverages, you can expect anywhere from $800 to $1,000. I typically would prefer that you go on the higher side of that as part of your calculations to make you a little bit more aggressive in your purchase. So now that you've got the insurance policy, you got the taxes from online, now you need to get a rough estimate of what your interest rate is going to be from the lender. Hey Adonis, I haven't submitted a deal, so how's my lender going to give me an interest rate? Simple. Ask them, hey lender, I know we haven't ran my credit, but just humor me. If my credit was this, property purchase price was this, all the parameters that you need, give me a general ballpark of what my interest rate will be. Okay, hey Adonis, your interest rate will be anywhere from 5.95 to 6.25. Naturally, I'm going to use 6.25 just to make sure that I am not selling myself short, but I also know that there may be a little bit of buffer if I'm going on the higher side. But for my model, I'm going to use the higher amount just to make me more aggressive in my purchasing, right? So I'm going to take my 6.25% interest and I'm going to drop it into a mortgage calculator, and then I'm going to put the interest rate, the proposed loan amount, the taxes, and the insurance, and this mortgage calculator will tell me what my PITI payment is. Now, I know you're thinking, well, if I don't know if I'm buying a $100,000 house or $300,000 house, here's an exercise I'm gonna tell you to do. Do the PITI payment with the mortgage calculator in $25,000 or $50,000 increments. 100,000, 125, 150, 175, 200, 225, 250, 275, 300, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Do that all the way up to $500,000. If you're in a city that the purchase prices are a lot higher, where the starting price is $500,000, do that up to $1 million. This way you have an Excel spreadsheet that tells you exactly what you can expect your PI, or if not your PITI payment, at least your PI payment will be. Now, yes, is that a lot of work? Absolutely. But here's the thing. Measure 3 times, cut once, or measure once, cut wrong. Those are your options. So the more you plan and prepare, the more likely you will set yourself up for success. So yes, no one said that the process was going to be simple and 1-2 punch. But if you do these things, this is how you're going to aggressively set yourself up to be successful. Now doing this, you've now got an entire chart of what your PITI payment is going to be. So now you can use that based off of your purchase price. You can start identifying what the rents are in the market, identifying the taxes, identifying the insurance, and now you can start putting on a giant spreadsheet what the purchase price versus rent amount is going to be to see which one of these will give you the gross rents that will allow you to back into your net profit. See what we did there? Now, with that, now that you got this massive spreadsheet that is all data points, search every neighborhood in every market that you're interested in until you find that area that spreads and the numbers make sense. And do not limit yourself to one area. Give yourself 5, 7, 10 different areas that you're focusing in that meets those requirements. Now, I know what you're thinking. That sounds like a lot of work. Absolutely. But that's what's going to separate you as the successful person that did it right the first time versus the one that's coming back with horror stories. This is how you're going to jump in and get it right the first time, doing stuff that some of us wish we would have did way back when. I'm giving you the hack that I wish someone would have told me when I started buying rentals 7 or 8 years ago. I would have saved myself a lot of wasted time. Take the time to build it out, and then you will start seeing, the moment you start looking, how many deals will fit your criteria, how many deals won't fit your criteria and save you time. And just like that, you now have a roadmap of exactly where you want to be, what you need to do, the numbers that you need to get into, the numbers that you need to avoid, and you are now just cracked the code on how to get right to the ideal investment property. My gosh, man, I wish someone would have gave me that when I got started. Game changer. Like, I wouldn't be doing this, I'll tell you that. So check this out. With that said, I hope everything that I said, you take heed. It is a lot of work, absolutely. The cool thing though, you only have to do it once. You only have to build the foundation one time. Do not keep reinventing the wheel. Do not keep going out looking at properties that you don't know fit the criteria. You will be surprised how easily these deals will come to you if you just take the time and build it. Build out what I just said. Bring in, make it a weekend fun event. Hey everyone, you know how you have like pack-in parties and you go to birthday parties? Hey, we're gonna do a real estate investment party. Grab some beers or some cocktails, some mimosas on a Sunday, and tell all the homies, the families and everything to come over and help you build this out. You will be infinitely happy that you took the time to do it first, because there is nothing more demoralizing than driving to 20 houses, looking at them, loving them, and the numbers don't work. Deal after deal after deal. If you are disciplined enough to measure 3 times and cut once, your first deal may be your best deal until it's the next deal, which is your best deal, and which until it becomes the next deal, and deal after deal, it can become your best deal, your best deal, your best deal, until your best deal becomes your minimum standard. You do it right the first time. You build it out, build it and they will come. That is not true. Build it and you will find it, and it will get it done. With that said, I hope that you take this information, do something with it. Here's what I will tell you. What I just explained right here, this is just a preview on what you're going to get in the Smart Money Blueprint Volume 3. In Volume 3, I roll up my sleeves. I roll them all the way up. I break down the numbers. I show you the spreadsheets. I show you the intricacies. I got spreadsheets that do all of my auto calculations. I actually will show you how the easiest hacks that I use to shop through 20 different markets. There are so many things that you can do to make what I just explained a 1-2 punch, where what I explained that sounds like hours, you could probably do. It's gonna take a few hours. Let me not fake the funk. But the stuff that it sounds like should take you days to do, I'll show you how to get done in hours. The Smart Money Blueprint Volume 3, I'm teaching you how to hack money. Not like I'm teaching you hard money. I'm teaching you how to hack money. The entire series is exactly this. I'm hacking how to scale. I'm hacking rentals. I'm hacking how to find rentals, how to scale flips, how to grow owner financing. I am teaching how to hack private money and to start, grow, and scale your real estate business. And I'm telling you right now, the stuff that we covered on here is the tip of the iceberg. We get all the way to the nitty-gritty. Volume 3, the Smart Money Blueprint Volume 3, game changer. No lie, game changer. So let me give you the breakdown. Smart Money Blueprint Volume 1, everything you need to know about private loans and hard money lending. This series is to teach you the business, the foundation. Volume 2, how to make money selling money. Believe it or not, you hear this all the time. The easiest way of getting into real estate investing is wholesaling. No, it is not. The easiest way to get into real estate investing is selling money. I'll take a moment and let that sink in. The easiest way is to sell money. Think about this. Walk into a room, no matter what the crowd, no matter what group is talking, introduce yourself as a private money lender. You have the ear of the entire group and ultimately the entire room. If you think that I'm lying, just give it a test run. Walk into any group, introduce yourself as a hard money lender. Title companies, insurance, buyers, sellers, you are the backbone of the transaction. Everyone wants to speak to you because there is never enough money that people can have available to them. Everyone will at least hear you out. You will have everyone's attention for at least a few minutes for them to hear what you do, because the wholesalers will want to be able to refer people to you. The buyers will want to be able to utilize your service. The title companies will want to earn your business. The real estate agents will want to be able to refer you out. The insurance company will want you to refer their business. Literally everyone that's part of the transaction, I just explained to you why they have a vested interest in getting to know you. The easiest way to get into this business and the easiest dollar you will make in this business is selling money. Volume 1, everything you need to know. Volume 2, making money, selling money. Volume 3, how to start, grow, and scale your real estate investing business, hacking private money. That is the Smart Money Blueprint, Volume 1, 2, and 3. Stick with me. I'll walk you through at the lowest detail how to get it done. As always, I appreciate you joining. Hope you learned something. I literally just gave you the game on how to hack private money. It only gets better from here. Keep your education going. Make sure to stay dialed in to me. All my social media platforms, Instagram, Facebook, what's the other one? TikTok. If you're watching our YouTube channel, make sure to hit the like and subscribe button. As always, oh wait, this is pretty much the end of the series. Check me out in Chapter 2, How to Make Money Selling Money. Chapter 3, or Volume 3, How to Start, Grow, and Scale Your Real Estate Business, Hacking Money. I appreciate you joining me. I really hope you learned something. Find me on Instagram. I'm out dropping nuggets on the regular. Follow me on Instagram. Stay tuned for the next series. My goal is to make sure you get everything that you need to be successful in real estate investing. Please reach out to L&H Capital. Everything that I'm teaching you, that is the culture of L&H Capital. This is what we do. We want to make sure that you're getting everything that you need, and make sure you tune in to our closeout. I need you to understand some of the final thoughts, because now that you understand how to hack money, you need to make sure that you're properly applying it. So hacking money to start, grow, and scale your real estate investment business. Volume 3, how to make money, sell money. Volume 2. See you in the next module, which is pretty much the last module.